Today's video is sponsored by the OneFootball app. If you haven't done it already, head down to the description before this video starts, click the link and download it completely free of charge on iOS or Android. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Charlton Athletic Career Mode. Now, straight off the bat, there's something that I have neglected in this second season, in this championship campaign, and that is the Player of the Month award, which we did all throughout the first season in League One. So, considering we're quite early on in the campaign, we've only played 9 games, we can, quite fresh in the memory, have a look back at August and decide who our Player of the Month is. So it's going to be like 2-3 episodes ago max for you guys. You may or may not remember what went on, but I think there are 2 players that this is between. The first one is going to be at the right back, Anthony Deekstill. He came up with actually some important goals, which isn't a real characteristic of Deekstill in real life. I don't think he's ever actually scored for Charlton in real life. And the other player is probably... Well, actually, there's 2 more players. Lanez and Fosu did pretty well in August. I am actually going to give it to Deekstill. I think we had at least 1 clean sheet. He popped up with goals. And actually, I wonder what his average is in the league. Okay, it's a 7, so that will include games in September. But for me, Anthony Deekstill, really solid player. We haven't played brilliantly as a team in this first month, or in the month of August in the Championship, but he was probably the standout player for me, so he is going to win the award. Now, the second thing is that look at the office. We do have a player returning from injury. Josh Earl is coming back in to join the first team squad's training session. So we've got Page and Earl to choose between. Page has been doing all right, to be honest. You can see here he's got a little arrow pointing upwards, which is always good. So I think we'll leave Page in for now, along with Jason Pearce, some actual Charlton players that still play to this day. So I think that is all we are going to focus on outside of this huge opening fixture of this episode, which is away at Millwall. So we're going to the Den, and I really think that we need to be getting a victory. We haven't got a victory against Millwall for years. They're 23rd in the league, as you can see here, only won 1 game. Only got 6 points on the board, and Charlton looking to break into that top 12 and hopefully soon put pressure on the top 6. Sunderland are already doing so it's about time that we join them. So let's skip the time forward. We'll see if any notifications pop up in the office. Hopefully we can just get straight through, no funny business to this Millwall game, and hopefully we can embarrass them at the Den.
It is a great fixture with a wonderful history, and the usual hype has been building all week long. The stadium is full and the fans are getting to fever pitch.
That's Lloyd Sherritt. Please make yourself known to the nearest steward. Thank you.
Here we are at the Den. It's a rainy old day in September, and Ivy Lane. I said the Den. It comes up Ivy Lane because the Den isn't in the game. But we are at the Den, quote unquote, and this is going to be a really good game. I think that Millwall probably are relegation candidates. I think our squad is going to be a lot higher rated than, or like player for player, we're going to have a lot more higher rated players than them. We've conceded 6 goals. They've scored 5 goals. So we're the best. We've got the best defensive record in the Championship. Wow, that's crazy. And Millwall have the worst attacking record. So that's an interesting mix of stats there. Let's get into the lineups and see how we are going to put out our 11s for this game. Millwall then with King in goal. They have a back 4, I think, of McLaughlin, Nelson, Wallace and Meredith. They have another Wallace, Jed Wallace, I believe that is the number 7 at right midfield. Let's see if this formation is correct. Yes, it is. They've got Saville on the left, Williams and Tunnicliffe in midfield with Elliott and Morrison, who I'm a little bit scared of, up front. Now let's turn our attention to Charlton. We haven't changed our lineup from the last game. You can see the bench on the right. You can see the lineup on the left. Let's see how they fit out on the field. I think we are going for the 4-3-3 we have been playing for the majority of this season. Grant hasn't been doing too great for me, to be honest, up front by himself. I know some of you have been calling for a 4-4-2, but I believe that going forward and looking towards the Premiership, it is going to be a 4-3-3 that brings us success. So, Lyle Taylor, will he come in for Carlin Grant if Carlin Grant can't hit any form? We shall see. For now, I'm sticking with Carlin, and let's try and see if he can score a goal in this game. Now, I've been playing a lot of Ultimate Team, and what you need to learn about career mode is that slow and steady wins the race, although bang! That is wide from Jake Forster-Caskey. Not a good enough finish for me, but certainly we are making chances here. We're creating space and that kind of stuff, so I think we are going to have a fair few chances to score. It's just about whether I can tuck them away. Morrison with the shot! Thought that had gone in. It just beat De Boer. Wasn't a lot of power on it from Morrison, but he is the player I'm most frightened of, and he wrapped his left foot around that, not too far wide. Well, one in the air. Lewis Page is going to find Aribo, who knocks it forward. Give this straight into his feet. Turn Forster-Caskey, shoot Forster-Caskey, and scores Jake Forster-Caskey. That is a nice finish. He whacks a massive golf drive. Is that what you say? I don't know, I don't play golf. But he whacks an invisible golf club anyway as his celebration. That is a nice little turn and tuck past the keeper. Keeper actually should have done probably better there because it wasn't incredibly... You know, it was quite central, but it was nonetheless, it was a good idea from Jake Forster-Caskey, and the number 8 midfielder puts us 1-0 up. Good times. Morrison on the ball, puts a cross in. De Boer, nice solid hands again from De Boer, but then he's fluffed the throw, the goalkeeper throw, and now we are under immense pressure here. What are they doing? That's onside as well, and De Boer makes a save. And they are really, really putting pressure on us. As long as we can get it out and past their sort of first wave of press, we're going to be able to score goals here. But that was a really big let-off there, and De Boer manages to save himself after making a mistake. Oh, look at that from Colin Grant. That's a really nice dummy. He's going to knock it out to Lanez, who is probably one of our best players. And what's he going to do with the cross? It's a poor cross in the end from Lanez. The runs weren't brilliant, to be honest, but Lanez could have done better with the direction of that. We might have another chance before half-time, though. Forster-Caskey to Diaz. Diaz turns his man. Diaz releases Aribo, and that's onside, is it? It's Fosu! And he hits the post! Tariq Fosu hits the post. And I think that takes us into half-time. I don't know whether that was going to be an offside call or what, but we are 1-0 up, so we do have the lead. I always get a bit nervous, though, in the second half when we've only got a 1-goal lead. We've been outplaying Millwall for the whole half. We've had many chances. There are the half-time scores. Now let's get into the second half. Great tackle from Jason Pearce. Jason Pearce, he's got to initiate an attack. Here comes Grant to Fosu. Fosu gets it out of his feet, does the finesse, and what a goal from Tariq Fosu. We have been working on his finishing. I don't know if we've been working on his long shots. I don't know if that stat's gone up, but what a goal. What a celebration. Finesse from outside of the box. And straight in the first 3-4 minutes of the second half, we are going to get the second goal to build on our one goal lead. Look at this. Nice. Jason Pearce started that attack, really. Did well to wait for the run of Tariq Fosu, and bam! Look at this from this angle. The number 11, Bosh. Lovely accuracy. What a shame that Tariq Fosu is going to be leaving to Galatasaray. Here comes Anthony Deekstill. Releases. Oh, it's a bit of a dodgy pass there from Deekstill. Here comes Meredith. Scoops it over the top. Deekstill wins the header. Well recovered from your poor pass. And now Lanez is going to look for Fosu, who's going to switch the play pretty well over to Diaz. Here comes Aribo driving through the middle, what he does best. He's past one defender. He's going to knock it out to Lanez. Lanez cut inside. Lanez with the finesse. And Lanez with the third goal of the game. What a goal. We're going to repeat the celebration because I am not very creative, apparently, with the celebrations this game. And what a lovely, lovely goal. Another finesse. That is what I've been neglecting on this career mode. The finesse finish. That's why I've been struggling to score goals, I think. I mean, we've come up against a pretty poor opponent in Millwall here today. We are thrashing them, and that is the kind of goal that you dream about. Look at that. Left foot, cut inside, bang, past the keeper. Lovely jubbly from Diego Lanez. Comes on your dimmer again, tries to chip the keeper from there, and it goes wide of his post, and De Boer is relieved to see that one go past. I think he had it covered, to be honest, and we are going to make a double substitution. Two of the goal scorers off, Fosu and Forster-Caskey. On come Yuma Suzuki and Colombato, the lone midfielder. Let's see if they can offer anything for Charlton and maybe increase this huge advantage we've got here in the remaining 20 minutes. Playing this short. Foyt to Deekstill. Colombato loses it again. Colombato's first touch is not impressing me at the moment. Oh, it's a great goal. That was the fault of Colombato, the midfielder. Lost the ball with a horrendous first touch, and great finish from the number 6, and that could be just a bit of a smear on a very, very good performance here. There's only 16 game minutes left, and a nice finish from the boy. It has to be said. To Yuma Suzuki. You can see Aribo making a run there. He really wants to break through here, doesn't he? He is going to get a chance to as well. One more pass, I think. And Colin Grant with the opportunity to score. In it goes off the post. And that is 4-1. An immediate reply to that wonder goal. And it has been pretty much all wonder goals. And I've repeated the celebration there again. But Colin Grant, off the mark. I think that's his first goal in the Championship. And I've been craving that goal for the boy. Because he's shown me with his rating that he's good enough. We've been working on his finishing and stuff like that in training drills. And there, he's put it into practice in a match situation, which is exactly what we wanted from him. And the score is now Charlton 4, Millwall 1. Oh, look at that. Diaz intercepts Colin Grant for a second goal here. And he does put it in the back of the net. Lovely. Beautifully dispatched. And Colin Grant is going to jump on the board and celebrate with the fans. Show them what his name is. And he's actually taunting the Millwall fans there. I thought he might have gone over to the Charlton fans, but the Millwall fans are fuming. Look at that. And the Charlton born and bred youngster puts his second goal of the game past Millwall. And 5-1 is the score. That was emphatic. This game, this result, this scoreline is emphatic, and that is his second goal in the game and only his second goal in the Championship, but the boy is on form. Page comes off the pitch and Chris Solly will replace him in this last couple of minutes. In the box now and Juan Foyt with a nice little block there. We do have a corner though, it's probably going to be the last action of the game. And the ball comes in, De Boer decides not to go, hits the bar, back to Aribo, and there's still an opportunity for a second goal for Millwall, and he puts it wide, fluffs his lines. And do you know what? Millwall haven't actually played horrifically. They just haven't been... Look at that. So much of the goal to aim for, and he misses it. They just haven't been clinical. They just haven't been clinical. But we probably would have won, I don't know, like 5-3 if Millwall had actually had their shooting boots on. But that is probably going to be the last action here. There is the full-time whistle, and we take the 3 points in, like I said, emphatic style there. And I'm sure a lot of you will be quite pleased with that result and against that particular opponent. Beautiful stuff. So Millwall actually had 4 more shots than us and the same amount on target. So yeah, that shows you how bad Millwall's strike force were on the day. I think we were very clinical. We literally scored 1 goal for every 2 shots we had. And possession-wise, we outdid them as well. Let's have a look at the player ratings. Colin Grant, man of the match, not surprised. 1 assist, 2 goals, and he got a 9.6. The whole front line got high at 9.1, 9.6, and 8.8 for Lanez. Suzuki, the sub, came on and made an impact. Colin Bartow did okay. Aribo with a 9.4 there. Pearce really played well. The back 4 and the keeper for me was probably one of the men of the match as well. And the 3 players that got subbed, 8.6, 8.6, and 8.1 for Fosu, Forsakaski, and Page. Who got the assist today? It was 2 from Aribo, 1 from Diaz, and we must have capitalised on a mistake somewhere along the line because there's only 4 assists there, 1 for Grant as well. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Let's advance, and now we're on some sizzling form in the Championship. Can we build on this in the next few games? And that victory takes us to bang in the middle of the table in 12th position. Let's find out how many points we are off the playoffs right now. So literally only 1 point so far off 8th place and only 2 points off of Birmingham City in 6th place, along with Huddersfield, and even only 3 points off of 2nd place. Wow, this is a really, really tight Championship. As to be expected, I suppose, with some of the quality teams that are in this league. Wolves running away with the league at the moment. Preston doing really well up there in 2nd. But we are not far off of that pack. So, yeah, as long as we get some good form going, we can really cement ourselves at the top of this league. So I think the time has come to promote both Chen Yang and Bang Wang up to the senior squad. They are only 47 and 48 rated, so they've got a long, long way to go here. But we need some midfielders to bulk out the squad, and I think they will be promising players in the future. This will also enable them to be able to go out on loan in January and that type of stuff. So they've both accepted my contracts. So Bang Wang, what a name. He comes into the squad alongside Chen Yang, and I think that is going to be pretty much all of the Chinese players from that Chinese tour that we did, or sorry, the scouting network we did in China. That is going to be all of the players that probably end up coming into the squad. So we've got like 4 or 5 players here, even one on loan potentially. No, I don't think we actually did get a loan through, but Wang, Yang, Song, Zhu and Mao all now in the squad. So we've got a lot of Chinese youth players in there. So it was a pretty successful trip to China, and don't forget, he is currently as well, I think it's Toby Bell, in another country that I can't remember, South America somewhere, maybe Paraguay I think it might be. But we are probably looking to get some more players in from the youth squad as well. So guys, here we are on the 5th of October. So that means another month has passed, the month of September. So in this episode and the last episode, I think we pretty much played... Oh my god, by the way, look at this. 3 Charlton players. This is exactly what I'm about to talk about. Player of the month. Look at the shortlist. 3 Charlton players. Grant, Lanez, and I think, because they haven't got the faces well, but I think that's Fosu there. Yes, it is Fosu. So 3 Charlton players there, and I wasn't actually going to say Grant, but I was going to say Fosu and Lanez are probably on my shortlist. Wow, but the whole league, 3 Charlton players, that is crazy. So let's have a look and see who we want to award this to. So Grant's entire average is a 6.9 over the course of the season, that is not just September, but he's only scored 2 goals for us in the month of September, and he had a brilliant performance in that Millwall game, but I don't think it is going to be him. So it's between Fosu then, 7.2 overall, and Lanez. And yeah, do you know what? He scored more goals than Fosu. I don't know about assists wise. Let's see how many assists Fosu got. He's on 7 goals and 3 assists, 2 in the league and 2 assists in the league as well. You know, do you know what? I think it's going to have to be Diego Lanez, the player of the month. You can see there he's got 3 goals, all in the month of September, I believe, so far in the league, and he's got the highest average rating as well with an assist to his name, and he's just played really well even when the team hasn't played that well. So yeah, Diego Lanez, player of the month for September. So a game at the Valley now against Brentford, and there is absolutely no need, in my opinion, to change or rotate a squad that's fully fit, fine, and has just come off the back of a 5-1 away victory at your worst rival. So for that reason, we're not going to bring Earl back in, even for those extra couple of rating points over Lewis Page at left back. Morpipe actually puts them 1-0 up. The number 9, that's a shame. Hopefully we can get back into this game pretty soon. A couple of goals we need. Jason Pearce with another goal. Equalises for Charlton. We're still in the first half here. We've just entered the second half. Consa, you can see there, is at the back for Brentford. Bonavaccia comes on for Fosu. Sawyers puts them 2-1 up. Colombata comes on for Aribo. Can we get an equaliser here at all? I'm hoping so. Bonavaccia scores, and at least we don't lose. I mean, I kind of wanted to beat Brentford at the Valley, but I think they're actually on a bit of form. And so we take a point. Could be worse, you know, but we'll accept that and we'll swallow that and we'll move on to the next game. Let's see where Brentford actually are in the table. Are Brentford a good side in this career mode? Are they presumed to be a good side? They're actually below us in 16th, so we've got the same amount of points. It's a bit of a shame then, but we can live with it and we can move on to our next one. Wow, and look at this. Of the 3 Charlton players that were on the shortlist, it's actually the Norwich player, Pukki, who wins the September Player of the Month award. That is annoying, but whatever, it doesn't really mean anything in the game. Let's do some training drills here. A few players are raising in rating. As you can see, the Fosu's gone up to a 75. I know we are selling him, but I've kind of planned in my head to buy him back in the summer. I don't know if that's bad, but I think a lot of you will probably want me to keep Fosu. So what we can do, we can just use it as a money-making scheme. So we'll basically sell him for like whatever he's going for, 9 million or whatever I sold him for, and then we'll try and buy him back for a much cheaper price in the summer. So hopefully that will work. He'll probably still be like a 75, 76 rated. Don't know if he'll walk into our squad, but that is the hypothetical plan at the moment. But we do have a game coming up here against QPR. This is going to end the episode off, and let's just check and see if we want to make any rotations after that home draw against Brentford. We also have a loan offer here for Liang Mao. To be fair, these never go through, but I'll just accept it and we'll move on. So let's get into this final game against QPR then to round the episode off. And we've made one change. We have actually brought Earl in after that 2-2 home draw with Brentford, just because those extra rating points need to be, you know, it's unfortunate for Page, but, you know, you've got to do what you've got to do as a manager. So, 30 minutes played and no goals so far for Charlton or QPR. Can we nick one? I'm looking at Grant. Fosu actually scores a goal. Suzuki comes on. Lanez doubles our lead. That is good. Apparently, Grant must not have been having a particularly good game. They've actually pulled one back through Manning. Please don't score another one, QPR. Please don't score another one. And we do take the 3 points. So that is 4 out of 6 points in, you know, across 2 home games in the Championship. If we can keep that kind of form up all season and have a decent away victories, you know, a decent away spell at times as well, then we may be looking up towards the top 6 of the Championship. We are actually currently in 7th, so we're doing well here. Very, very tight league, as I said. We're literally only 2 points off of 17th. That's crazy. But that's where we are. We are just 2 points out of the top 6 here, and we have a good squad, as I've said many times, that we're working with here. Let's just end things off really quickly by just doing these training drills and see if anybody raises up. Actually, our goalkeeper does. It's the Boa who gets his diving up and goes up overall to a 72 rated. So, guys, make sure you let me know in the poll that is about to pop up on the top right-hand side of your screen whether you prefer face cam or non-face cam episodes. Also, don't forget to leave a like on the video for me. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell as well. And I'll catch you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed, guys. I'll see you later. And sweet!